Alex Wirtzman, the 13X here, coming right on by him. Tustin Galbranson driving that number 6 car. Galbranson currently third in the point standings, 22 points behind our leader. 14S of Aaron Statnick's over there in turn number 2. Brady Clausen, the 35K, just below him, Dylan Vandentop. Behind them, the 47 car of Jake Manitz in the house here tonight. Jake Manitz out of Sibley, Iowa. Jackson Kroc right behind him in the 36. Todd Ewell drives the 11T here in the front stretch here, followed by the number X car of Tyler Schlumbaum. Colton Aarons pilots the 46 car here in the front stretch now. .22C of Eric Clancy, the B modified, rolling around there into turn number 1 and 2. Eric Clancy in the 22C. Aaron DeThury drives the 07 car there in the top side of turn number 2. Tommy Kroc here in the number 15 car in the front stretch. Four classes of cars here for you here tonight for racing action at the Rapid Speedway. 71 cars checked in at the back gate. We've got a good class. 21 hobby stocks, 22 B modified, 17 stock cars, and 11 Midwest late models. Once again, remember here, as hot laps will be starting shortly before the program gets started, head on down to the concession stands, grab something great to eat, head on down to the beer garden as well. Speedway bar, 5 for $15 down there. Make sure you tip your bartenders. If it's your first time here at the Rapid Speedway, restroom facilities are located directly north of the grandstands. Just follow the sidewalk all the way out back. Hot lap session number 1 complete there. Your Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Lems Auto Recyclers out of Dune, Iowa brings you the hobby stock class here to the Rapid Speedway for the 2017 season. For all your quality auto parts needs, check out Lems Auto Recyclers down in Dune, Iowa. They're open. Car or just need a few used parts out there, give Lems Auto Recyclers a call. Hot lap session number 2 now making its way onto the raceway here. Kids, make sure you get signed up down there at the Rapid Speedway Speed Shop. Be a trophy presenter here at the Rapid Speedway. Kids 10 and under, get signed up. You could be a lucky trophy presenter. You'll get a trophy of your own when you are a trophy presenter here at the Rapid Speedway. Caution flag over the raceway here in our second hot lap session. A familiar car here in the hobby stock class, but a different face. The yellow and white 38S back on the raceway. Coulter Deitch piloting the 38S here tonight. It's been a while since Coulter's been in a hobby stock around here. I'm pretty sure his old hobby stock was blue. I remember a blue one, yellow and blue. That dates me. It means I've been here too long. Next come the raceway is our USRA B-Modifieds. As they make their way on the raceway, we have 22 B-Mods checked in here tonight. They'll have 2 hot lap sessions in the B-Mod class. Number 70 car of Nick Van Bell there leads the way into turn number 3. Aaron DeThury in the 07. Behind him, Jeff Whitrock in the number 77 car. Number 7C there. That is Cole Christensen in turn number 4. Kurt Allers pilots the 15A, followed by the 22C of Eric Clancy. '98 car of Nate Barger here in the front stretch. That white and black '98, Nate Barger. Behind him, the 18D, that is Chris Getz. And Andrew Allers piloting the 14A. And here in hot lap session number 1 of our USRA B-Mods. lap session number 1 complete there, USRA B Modifieds. Hot lap session number 2 will be coming to the raceway here next. Leading the way out there, Austin Powell, the number 14 car. Behind him, Trevor Tesh, the 21T. Tyler Tesh in the 22T. Derek Van Veldhuizen pilots that orange number 20 car. '25 car of Derek Bargloff, the 66R. That is Randy Van Veldhuizen. The 11L, Lyndon Johnson here, followed by Tyler Johnson, your current point leader in the 91. Kayla Motter driving the A&M, and Coulter Deitch driving the number 5. That'll do it for our hot laps here in the USRA B Modifieds. Next come to the raceway is going to be our Precision Auto Body USRA stock cars. We've got 17 stock cars checked in here tonight. Familiar face, but a new car out there. Josh Kelderman's going to lead the way in the 43K. Josh Kelderman, sporting a new car there. Mert Kroc, winner a couple of weeks ago here in the number 19 car. Scott Overgaard in the number 40. Glenn Winia driving the 36, followed by John DeBoer in the 16J. Colby Clausen in the 34K. 20K is Spencer Callis. Spencer picked up the win over at the Nobles County Speedway last Saturday night in the stock car class. Mark Vanetop here in the number 81. And Brad Clausen making his return in the 45K. Good to see Brad Clausen back behind the wheel of a stock car. Precision Auto Body USRA stock cars, 17 of them checked in here tonight. Next to come to the raceway will be our Midwest Late Models. The Midwest Late Models will make their way on. Our featured class here tonight as the Sportsmans have the night off. First one making his way on to the raceway, driving that number 51 car. That is Nate Beinhoff. Nate Beinhoff in the 51. The 79 here of Jesse Kroger. Jesse Kroger in the 79. Jordan Hyman drives the number 38 machine there, making his way into turn number 1. The 10-2, that is John Hofer. John Hofer. Behind him, the number 80 of Jeff Kroger. The 777 here of Aaron Crone. Aaron Crone in the 777s. The W2, that is Brad Voigt. Brad Voigt. Number 44 car there, Kevin Larson. Kevin Larson in the 44. And right behind him, the 55, that is Rod Bars. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out here to the Rapids Speedway. Final night in July here for the Rapids Speedway. We appreciate you guys coming out all summer long. Points battles are starting to shape up. Make sure you check out the current point standings. Go on down there to the Rapid Speedway Speed Shop. Grab a souvenir program. They've got up-to-date point standings in there. You can keep up to date of where your favorite driver is and where they are. We have got some tight point battles in all classes here tonight, and it's a good one to go check out, so make sure you go down there and grab one of those. Grab some of your Rapid Speedway apparel down there. Grab yourself a fresh new baseball hat. We've got t-shirts and sweatshirts for sale as the fall is coming. Those sweatshirts will come in handy. Also down there at the Speed Shop, we've got bumper stickers, we've got license plate holders, we've got earplugs if the noise is just a little bit too much for you. Concession stands is open here. Make sure you go on down there and grab some supper here on a Friday night. Get some of that great and delicious racetrack food. Always serving hot and fresh Pizza Ranch pizza by the slice down there. Pizza Ranch, the title sponsor of the Rapid Speedway, bringing you racing action all season long. Also down there, we've got hamburgers and hot dogs. We've got French fries, chili cheese fries. We've got nachos down there as well. We've got burgers as long as the skinless brats will last. Make sure you get on down there and grab a skinless brat. We've got original or bacon cheddar down there. Those are fantastic. If you have not tried a skinless brat here at Rapid Speedway, I do encourage you to do so. Plenty of candy down there for you. Freezies are always good during the summer, kids. Also, you can grab yourself an ice cold water, ice cold Pepsi products down there. Speedway Bar is open. Grab yourself a bucket of beers, 5 for $15. We've got all your favorites down there. We've got Budweiser, Bud Light, Busch Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, and Michelob Ultra on that 5 for $15 deal. Then we've got our specialty beers, which are $4 a can or 3 for $10. Summer Shandy. We've got Red's Apple Ale, Henry's Orange Sodas down there. We also have Blue Moon for your taste buds. Also Strawberry Rita and Smirnoff, and a gluten-free beer if that is your flavor. That's all down there at the Speedway Bar. Make sure you please tip your bartenders. Once again, a big thank you to the Little Rock Fire Department, Lyon County Ambulance on hand for all of our safety concerns, and Rosie's Raceland down there in the infield providing parts for all of our drivers. We've got 1 month of racing action left here at the Rapid Speedway. The month of August is going to be an exciting one. Next week, we've got our Sportsman Special. Come on out and check out the Sportsman Special. We're going to show our appreciation to our sportsman class. We're going to beef up their purse a little bit, and we'll have a special for them guys as they have the night off this week. August the 18th, the MSTS 360 Sprint Cars will be back in the house. So come on out here August the 18th for that. And then season championship night on August the 25th, the United States Modified Touring Series will be here as well. Always a great way to close out the season, the United States Modified Touring Series, as well as season championship night here at the Rapid Studio. That's all to come in August. Make sure you check us out online. Check out our website. Otherwise, check us out. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter as well. You can also download the Rapid Speedway app and have up-to-date lineups and information right at your fingertips on your smartphone. According to the State Fire Marshal, there is no smoking in the grandstands here at Rapid Speedway. No smoking in the grandstands. If you wish to smoke, you can go on out to the open grandstands or head on out back. Sprinkle a little bit of water down there, as you saw in the hot lap session. A little bit of dust over the raceway. We'll knock that dust down and get this track rolled in and ready to go. We'll be ready to start with our opening ceremony shortly. So take this time and run on down that concession stand or the beer garden and grab yourself something cold to drink or good to eat. And we'll be starting here in just a few moments here in Rock Rapids. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are ready for our opening ceremonies. If we could ask you all to please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your head covers. It is tradition here at the Rapid Speedway that we start each and every race with our pre-race prayer and our national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us here today to the Rapid Speedway. We thank you for allowing us these beautiful summer afternoons and these beautiful summer evenings and allowing us to enjoy these nights with each other, our friends, and our family here at the raceway. We ask for your guidance here tonight. We ask for you to look over everyone at this raceway. Please give our drivers guidance out there. Keep them safe. Keep our crews safe as well. Be in the guiding hand of our safety crews if they are so called upon. Also be looking after everyone in the grandstands as well. Make sure you stay with us as we go through and leave this place. Keep us safe on our travels home and throughout the weekend and into the upcoming weeks ahead. Lord, we ask that you once again look after Dave Mulder, as we know he's got the struggles ahead. We've talked about him. You know about him. Everybody knows his struggles. We ask for you to ease him and keep him comfort, keep him with the patience he needs as he has a struggle yet to go and many questions yet to be answered for Dave Mulder. We ask all these things in your name and in Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red land, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out and spending your Friday evening with us here at the Rapid Speedway. We thank you for coming out here to finish off the month of July. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing! We're going to start things off with our Limbs Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. The sportsmen have the night off. We've got the Midwest late models in the house. Limbs Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks are 6 laps the distance for their heat races. We'll have 3 of them here tonight for you. Heat race number 1 on the pole position, driving the number 22 car. That is Blake Ahrens out of Little Rock. Outside of row number 1 out of Rock Valley, Iowa, driving the number 88. That is Chad Koiker. Inside of row number 2 out of Pipestone, Minnesota, he drives the 84L. That is Al Lang. And outside of him, out of Little Rock, Iowa, the 13X of Alex Wierdsma. Inside of row number 3 out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, driving the 40J, that is Justin Peterson. And outside of him, out of Ellsworth, Minnesota, the 38S, that is Coulter Deitch. Inside of your 4th and final row out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, driving the 81 VT, that is Dylan Vandentop. 6 laps the distance here. Heat race number 1 of 3 in your Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. We'll go in the order: Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks, then our B Modifieds, followed by our stock cars and our Midwest late models will be the running order of tonight's show. As we said, we sprinkle a little bit of water down there before our opening ceremonies. We'll let these guys roll in a little bit of that moisture there. Try and keep the dust down for you. My name is Joe Viss. I'll be your announcer here tonight. Jake Kelly has the night off. Glad to have you all here in the stands. Glad to have you all tuning in at home. If you're checking out us on our YouTube channel, glad to have you along. Rapid Speedway broadcasts live each and every Friday night. JT going to help them out here, make sure they roll in this moisture. Track is packed in pretty well. Now if they leave that moisture out there, could be kind of slimy, could be kind of greasy. So we got to make sure we get it rolled in nice. JT asking all the drivers, thumbs up, thumbs down if the track is ready to go for them. Head flagman Carl Johnson up there all in the stand here tonight. Being assisted by Randy Van Ingen. All the drivers have given the thumbs up. We're ready to go. Green Flag Racing, heat race number 1 of 3 here tonight in our Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. 6 laps the distance here in our heat races. 6:6:80. Blake Aaron's, Chad Quicker, they are side by side. They will lead them to the line. We're ready to turn them loose here at the Rapid Speedway. Chad Koiker high to the outside there. Blake Aaron slides up into the side of him. Alex Wierdsma will fire around the outside. Track a little bit slippery still there in the bottom of the raceway. Heavy smoke coming out of the 22 car there in that front right tire. Coulter Deitch making contact with the 22 car now as Blake Aarons goes off the raceway. Around goes Al Lang in the 84L. Caution flag will fly. Blake Aaron's your current point leader. Obviously a radiator issue on that 22 car after contact right off the bat with Chad Koiker, then made contact with Coulter Deitch in the 38S. Al Lang going around there at the back of the field. That is why our officials asked all the drivers if the track was okay. You saw them give the thumbs up. to approve the conditions there, but still obviously a little bit slick there in the bottom. Alex Wiertzman will have your restart lead. Coulter Deitch will sit in that second spot. Chad Koiker in third, then Dylan Vandentop. And Justin Peterson rounding out your field. Al Lang going to come back out onto the field. He was not credited with that caution. Caution came for the 22 of Blake Aarons. So we will allow Al to come back out and join the field. Driver's rolling it in just a little bit more here. One lap down here in this heat race number 1 of our Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. 'Drivers being given the sign. We're going back to green flag racing next time by. 1 lap down, 5 laps remain here in this heat race. Five laps to go. Alex Wiertzman, Coulter Deitch, Chad Koiker. Coulter Deitch trying to dig down low. Car gets a little tight on entry, slides up the hill. That allows Alex Wiertzman to get away and pull away from the pack as they go into turn number 3. Deitch sits still in that second spot, followed by Koiker and Vandentop. Coulter still trying to get a handle on that hobby stock there, driving that 38S car. First time in that 38S here at Rapid Speedway. A former hobby stock champion, though. Coulter is now pulled back to the back bumper of Alex Wiertzman. Coulter is going to try and push him through the corner all over that back bumper. Chad Koiker is going to go down low. Wiertzman slides high. Deitch will come on through. Deitch will lead him now into turn number 3. The 13X of Alex Wertzma slowing on the top side of the raceway. Coulter Deitch will lead this next lap. Alex Wertzma will make his way into the infield. Right rear tire down on that 13X machine. Coulter Deitch now your race leader. Chad Koiker, Dylan Vandentop, and Justin Peterson, the remaining cars on the raceway. White flag flies, 1 lap to go. Coulter Deitch, 1 more set of turns to go. And back into hobby stock, and he will lead him to the checkered flag. Coulter Deitch will be your heat race winner. Chad Koiker comes home in that second spot ahead of Dylan Vandentop, and Justin Peterson will round out your field. That'll bring us to heat race number 2 here at our Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Starting on the pole position out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, driver of the 4X, that is Derek Bartman. Outside of row number 1 out of Laverne, Minnesota, driving the 46 car, that is Colton Ahrens. Inside of row number 2, driving the number 15 out of Laverne, that is Tommy Kroc. And outside of him out of Rock Rapids, driving the 14S, that is Aaron Statnix. Inside of row number 3 out of Adrian, Minnesota, the 35K, that is Brady Clausen. And outside of him out of Alvord, Iowa, the 15B, that is Brent Van Hill. Inside of your final row out of Sheldon, Iowa, he drives the 11T, that is Todd Ewell. 6 laps the distance here, heat race number 2 of 3 in your Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Drivers being instructed to help us roll in the bottom side of that racetrack. Drivers will bring it around one more time here. They all have contact with the officials. Officials are talking to them over the receiver, telling them to move their way down to the bottom of the raceway to work it in. There you go. You get JT out there. Now they're going to listen. We do have some bonus money up already here tonight. Colton Ahrens, Chad Loneman, and Coulter Deitch each have a $100 bonus if they can take home the A feature here tonight, courtesy of the Magnolia Cafe. We also have happy birthday wishes to the driver of the 8MB Modified, Caleb Motter, celebrating his birthday. Also celebrating her birthday with us all the way from Denver, Michelle. Happy birthday, Michelle. Glad you could join us here. cars being instructed to get themselves in line, double file nose to tail, and we'll be ready to go here in heat race number 2 of our hobby stocks. Carl Johnson will give him the sign here. Next time by, we'll be going back to green flag racing. Derek Bartman, Colton Ahrens on row number 1. Tommy Crock, Aaron Stetniks in row number 2. Brady Clausen and Brent Van Hill in row number 3. And Todd Ewell alone there in row number 4. 6 laps are on the board here for heat race number 2. Derek Bartman's going to bring him around, looking for that green flag. He's got it, and they are off here. Heat race number 2. Lem's Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Colton Ahrens jumping out to the race lead. Tommy Crock pulls into that second spot. Aaron Statniks, Bartman, and Clausen. Todd Ewell working his way around the high side. Todd Ewell trying to work his way around Brady Clausen to the low side there as they're battling it out for the top 4. Statniks way up high out of turn number 4. Brings her back onto the raceway, hangs on to that third spot, but Clausen right there. Now Todd Ewell's going to try and dip low, see if he can't follow Clausen around. He can't get it done. Side by side for that 4th position there between Clausen and Bartman. Out in front, Colton Ahrens with your race lead. Colton Ahrens, Tommy Crock, Aaron Statniks, Brady Clausen, and Todd Ewell. Statniks squarely out of turn number 2. That allows Clausen to get on by. He'll take over that third spot. Todd Ewell now underneath Statniks as well. Ewell underneath the Statniks trying to get that drive over turn number 4. Just can't quite get it done. Around the outside they go. He's going to look low here now once again. Statniks slows up as he tries to maintain that spot in the 4th position. Todd Ewell once again in chase mode. Now going to try and turn it down the hill. See if he can't get on by, make his way into the invert into tonight's A feature. Colton Ahrens still out in front with a multiple car lead over Tommy Crock and Brady Clausen. Ewell once again inside of Statniks looking for 4th. White flag flies, 1 left to go for Colton Ahrens. Out of turn number 4, they're side by side at the line right now. It is Statniks. Inside goes Ewell. Off the raceway goes Statniks. Statniks off of turn number 1 and turn number 2. Todd Ewell now into 4. Checkers fly for your heat race winner, Colton Ahrens. Tommy Crock comes home in that second spot ahead of Brady Clausen and Todd Ewell, while Derek Bartman rounds out your top 5. Heat race number 3 going to make its way onto the raceway. 3rd and final heat race in our Lem's Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Starting on the pole position out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He drives the 327. That is James Adams. Outside of row number 1, driving the number 6 car out of Sioux Falls. That is Dustin Galbranson. Inside of row number 2 out of Hills, Minnesota. He drives the 37 car. That is Jason Paulson. And outside of him out of Adrian, Minnesota, the 117L of Chad Loneman. Jackson Crock and Tyler Schlumbaum inside of row 3. And Jake Manitz rounding out your field. Dustin Galbranson out to the early race lead. James Adams in that second spot. Chad Loneman trying to get underneath him. Loneman looking low there, trying to make his way into the top 2. Galbranson up high. He will lead lap number 1. Loneman has made his way into that second spot down the front stretch. James Adams now into that 3rd. Tyler Schlumbaum, your top 4. Those top 4 cars starting to distance themselves from the field. Jackson Crock trying to go around the outside, looking for the top 5 over at Paulson. Dustin Galbranson and Chad Loneman starting to pull away here. Those top two cars, they sit second and third in the points respectively. Branson and Loneman looking to capitalize on the misfortunes of Blake Aarons in heat race number 1. These guys would love nothing more than to gain a little bit of ground. Tyler Schlumbaum now looking inside of James Adams as they go into turn number 1. Can't quite get the pass done as they go down the backstretch. White flag will fly here. 1 lap to go as Chad Loneman has pulled up on that back bumper of the 6th car of Dustin Galbranson. Loneman's going to look down low here and try and make one last ditch effort on the final lap. Loneman will chase him down the backstretch into turn number 3. Loneman dips down low here as they'll come out of turn number 4. They'll be side by side down the front stretch. Your heat race winner is Dustin Galbranson. Galbranson with that heat race win. Chad Loneman comes home in second. James Adams in third. Tyler Schlumbaum and Jason Paulson round out your top 5. That'll bring us to our USRA B Modifieds. We have 3 heat races in our B Mods as well. They are 6 laps to distance. Starting on the pole position of heat race number 1 out of Melvin, Iowa, driving the 22C, that is Eric Clancy. Outside of him out of Rock Rapids, he drives the number 20 car, that is Derek Van Veldhuizen. Inside of row number 2 out of Montrose, South Dakota, the 11L of Lyndon Johnson. And outside of him out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the 7C of Cole Christensen. Inside of row number 3, he is your current point leader out of Montrose, South Dakota, the number 91, that is Tyler Johnson. And outside of him out of Sioux Rapids, Iowa, the 25 of Derek Bargloff. Caleb Motter rounds out your field out of George, Iowa in the 8M machine. 6 laps to distance, green flag in the air, USRA B Modifieds. Derek Van Veldhuizen with the early race lead as he brings them down the backstretch. Cole Christensen, Eric Clancy, your top 3. To the bottom side is Lyndon Johnson trying to make the move is Bargloff. Bargloff looking to go 3 wide out of turn number 4. Derek Bargloff drives down the hill. Cole Christensen squirrely in the top set of 2. Clancy makes contact as they run out of real estate going down the backstretch. Derek Van Veldhuizen out in front. Red flag over the raceway. We're going to have the ambulance come on out back. We need the emergency crew out back. Red flag over the raceway. We'll need our emergency crew out back here behind the grandstands. right, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a red flag over the raceway for a fan, please give the safety crew their space. If you need to exit the grandstands, please use the outsides. Do not go down the center, the main aisle. Use the outsides if you need to get out. Please give these guys plenty of room. Just about ready to go back to racing action here. We have our secondary ambulance around. We are ready to get going here once again. Once we get our ambulance back in place and our officials, once again, we can't say enough about our safety crew here at Rapids Speedway. Whether it's the George Fire Department, Little Rock, or Rock Rapids, and the Lyon County Ambulance, they always do a phenomenal job of making sure that everybody is safe here at the raceway. We'll get our officials back in place and we'll be ready to go back to racing action here in our B-modified heat race. We've got 2 laps down, 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Derek Van Veldhuizen will have your restart lead. Derek Bargloff will sit in that second spot ahead of Lyndon Johnson and Tyler Johnson. Eric Clancy currently holds down the top 5, followed by Caleb Motter and Cole Christensen. Van Veldhuizen was able to get the jump off the start there on the outside of the front row and take over a nice lead there. Was having himself a good run before the red flag situation. Once again, we thank you all for your patience there as we will get things going here once again. Hope you had a chance under that red flag to make your way down to that concession stand, grab something to eat, grab a cool drink. Cars back underway here as you see our firemen making their way back around and our safety crews making their way back to the racing surface. Derek Van Veldhuizen, as we said, will have the race lead. This is heat race number 1 of our B-modifieds. 2 laps down, 4 laps remain. Getting our running order set there. We'll put Clancy in front of Christensen there. And we'll be ready to go once again. As I said, 2 laps down, 4 laps remain here. Ready to go once again. Derek Van Veldhuizen will lead him back to green. Van Veldhuis and Derek Bargloff going to look underneath, going down the backstretch. Bargloff looking to the inside as they go to turn number 3. Van Veldhuis going to hold the edge. Now going around, Lyndon Johnson going to try the high side there. See, now he'll reverse. Johnson now going to try and go low. See if he can't get on by. Tyler Johnson in 4th, and it's Clancy and Christensen. Derek Van Veldhuis out front. Lyndon Johnson now inside of Derek Bargloff. Bargloff bouncing through the top side of turn number 3. That allows Johnson to get on by. Johnson now in that second spot. Then it's Bargloff. Then Tyler Johnson, your top 4. Lyndon Johnson now sets his sights on the 20 car of Derek Van Veldhuis. Johnson's going to go up high as they take a look at the white flag. Johnson in chase mode there. Left front tire off the ground of that number 20 car of Derek Van Veldhuis. A great run off of turn number 2 into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, your heat race winner will be the 20 car of Derek Van Veldhuis. Lyndon Johnson comes home second ahead of Derek Bargloff, Tyler Johnson, and Eric Clancy, your top 5. That will bring us to heat race number 2 in our USRAB Modifieds. Starting on the pole position out of Worthing, South Dakota, driving the 21T, it is Trevor Tesh. Outside of row number 1, he comes out of Madison, South Dakota, driving the number 98. That is Nate Barger. Inside of row number 2, out of Brandon, South Dakota, driving the number 6 car. That is Dustin Cruz. And outside of him, out of Laverne, Minnesota, the 70 of Nick Van Bell. Inside of row number 3, out of Centerville, South Dakota, the 18D, that is Chris Getz. And outside of him, out of Sioux Falls, the 782, it is Maya Christensen. Inside of your final row, out of Baltic, South Dakota, driving the 14A, that is Andrew Allers. 6 laps of distance, heat race number 2 in your USRAB Modifieds. 6 laps on the board. We're going green this time by Trevor Tesh. Nate Barger will lead him to the line. Green flag is in the air. Barger uses the high line, trying to work his way out of turn number 2. Tesh is on the low side. Van Bell coming around the high side, looking to make his way into the top 2. Barger up high, down low is Tesh. They're 2 by 2 for the top 4 spots. On a turn number 4, Nate Barger will lead lap number 1. Barger once again works the high line there, using the momentum out of turn number 2. A good run for Trevor Tesh. Tesh right there on the bottom side as they go into turn number 3. Van Bell all over the back bumper. They're trying to make his way through, as well as Dustin Cruz. Dustin Cruz now looking inside as Trevor Tesh will take the race lead. Dustin Cruz will go with him. Barger falls back to 3rd. Van Bell into 4th. Tesh will lead him out of turn number 4 this time by Dustin Cruz in 2nd. Dustin Cruz now going to try the high line as he'll move up the raceway, trying to make his way around Trevor Tesh. Looking to the outside as they go into turn number 3, side by side. Around the outside is Dustin Cruz. Dustin Cruz will lead that lap as they come past the white line. Trevor Tesh, then it is Christensen, followed by Van Bell. Christensen with a great move there to make his way into 3rd around the bottom side of the raceway. Now Christensen looking to try and make his way into that 2nd spot. White flag for Dustin Cruz. Maya inside of Tesh. They're trying to make his way into the top 2 as Dustin Cruz pulls away from the field. Final set of turns here through 3 and 4. Heat race number 2 winner, the number 6 of Dustin Cruz. Trevor Tesh comes home in that second spot. Maya Christensen, Nick Van Bell, and Andrew Allers, your top 5. Heat race number 3 coming to the raceway next, starting on the pole position here out of Sioux Falls. He drives the 07 car. That is Aaron DeThury. Outside of row number 1, also out of Sioux Falls, driving the number 77, it is Jeff Whitrock. Inside of row number 2 out of Lenox, South Dakota, the 22T, that is Tyler Tesh. And outside of him out of Rutland, South Dakota, the 14 of Austin Powell. Inside of row number 3 out of Ellsworth, Minnesota, he drives the number 5 car. That is Coulter Deitch. And outside of him out of Flandreau, South Dakota, the 15A of Kurt Allers. Inside of your final row out of Rock Rapids, driving the 66R, that is Randy Van Velthuizen. 6 laps on the board, third and final heat race in your USRA B Modifieds. Jeff Whitrock gets the edge there on the start. He'll drive out to the lead as they come off of turn number 2, slicing his way through the middle, and down low comes Coulter Deitch. We are 3 wide into turn number 3. Deitch, Tesh, and Powell coming out of turn number 4. Powell way up high of turn number 4. He'll fall all the way back. Whitrock out front, but Whitrock off of turn number 2. Tyler Tesh now into that lead spot. Coulter Deitch, Kurt Allers, and Aaron DeThury, your top 4. Tyler Tesh will lead him this time by. Coulter Deitch all over that back bumper. Kurt Allers right there as well. The top 3 cars will follow each other through. A little tight out of the turn number 2 for Coulter Deitch, allows Kurt Allers to come on by. Allers now into that second spot, sets his sights on Tyler Tesh. Tyler will come on down and lead as the caution flag comes out. Smoke out of the number 5 car of Coulter Deitch as he makes his way to the infield. Randy Van Velthuizen has his car going once again. Jeff Whitrock has made his way to the infield as well. Tyler Tesh will be your race leader here when we go back to green. Kurt Allers has made his way into second. Aaron DeThury, Austin Powell, and Randy Van Velthuizen, your top 5 running order. Racing action brought to you here tonight by the Pizza Ranch here in Rock Rapids. Pizza Ranch, your title sponsor of Rapid Speedway for the 2017 season. Make sure you head on down to that concession stands, grab yourself a hot, fresh slice of Pizza Ranch pizza. 2 laps down, 4 laps remain, going back to green next time by in this third and final heat race of your USRA B Modifieds. Tyler Tesh will bring him around here. He'll lead him back to the line. Tyler Tesh, Kurt Allers, Aaron DeThury, Powell, and Van Velthuizen. Green flag back in the air. Kurt Allers looking to the outside there as they come off of turn number 2. Going to try and get the run down the backstretch. He pulls even as they go into turn number 3. Tesh on the bottom side, Allers up high. Side by side out of turn number 4. Aaron DeThury up high out of turn number 4. Austin Powell will make his way into third. They're still up front battling it out side by side down the backstretch. Tyler Tesh, Kurt Allers, they're going at it. Kurt Allers up high. Tesh running down low. Tesh with the slight edge as they come out of turn number 4. Tesh will have the lead at the line. Tesh slides up, a little bit of contact between the 22 and the 15 as Allers dips down low. Kurt Allers now going to try and get the run there. Tesh is going to try and slam the door. Allers looks low now. Tesh up high. White flag. 1 lap to go. Tyler Tesh with a little bit of breathing room there off of turn number 2 ahead of Kurt Allers in your third and final heat race here in the B Modifies. He'll make his way out of turn number 4. He'll be your heat race winner, the 22T of Tyler Tesh. Tyler Tesh, your heat race winner. Kurt Allers in second. Austin Powell third. Aaron DeThury in fourth. And Randy Van Velthuizen rounds out your top 5. That'll bring us to the Precision Auto Body USRA stock cars here tonight. We've got 2 heat races for you in our stock car class. Starting on the pole position of heat race number 1 out of Hartley, Iowa. He drives the 33M. That is Matt Lux. Outside of row number 1 out of Laverne, Minnesota, driving the 20K. That is Spencer Callis. Inside of row number 2 out of Russell, Minnesota, driving the 32X. That is Rich Gregoire. And outside of him, driving the number 5 out of Jackson, Minnesota. That is Luke Sadoff. Inside of row number 3 out of Laverne, Minnesota, driving the number 19 car. That is Mert Kroc. And outside of him out of Rock Rapids, the number 81 of Mark Vanentop. Inside of row number 4 out of Little Rock, Iowa, driving the 34K. That is Colby Clausen. And outside of him out of Adrian, the 45K, it is Brad Clausen. 8 laps of distance, green flag, and Precision Auto Body stock car heat race number 1. Spencer Callis is going to lead him out of turn number 2. Matt Lux is there. Then it's Luke Sadoff. Spencer Callis is going to come around trying to lead lap number 1, picking up where he left off at the Nobles County Raceway last Saturday night. Spencer Callis picked up his first ever stock car win in Worthington last Saturday. He's out in front in heat race number 1. Matt Lux in second, then Luke Sadoff, Mark Vanentop, and Rich Gregoire, your top 5. Brad Clausen trying to crack the top 5 using the bottom side, but Colby Clausen gets around him. Spencer Callis out in front. Matt Lux, Luke Sadoff now down low. Sadoff trying to get the run off of turn number 4. Lux will close the door as they come down the front stretch. Lux still in that second spot, holding off Sadoff and Vanentop. A battle for 5th between Colby Clausen and Rich Gregoire. Spencer Callis brings him around one more time. The top 5 is a tight battle there. Colby Clausen thinks about making it 4 wide there, chooses not. He'll settle into that 5th spot now, trying to work on 4th. Colby Clausen around the outside of Sadoff, right behind Mark Vanentop into the top 4. Sadoff back to the inside up at turn number 4. He's back into the top 4. Him and Clausen battling it out side by side down the backstretch. Gregoire off the pace as he falls back to the back of the pack. Spencer Callis out in front of heat race number 1. Spencer Callis, Matt Lux, Mark Vanentop, Colby Clausen, Luke Sadoff, Brad Clausen there in the top 6 trying to make his way in. White flag will fly this time by for Spencer Callis. Colby Clausen now trying to make the move. Mark Vanentop going around. Vanentop up top trying to drive his way past Matt Lux. Colby Clausen going with him. Heat race 1 will go to Spencer Callis. Mark Vanentop will come home in the 2nd spot. Matt Lux in 3rd. Colby Clausen 4th. And Luke Sadoff your top 5. Heat race number 2 going to make its way to the raceway next. Starting on the pole position out of Pipestone, Minnesota, driving the number 84 car, that is Matt Lang. Outside of row number 1 out of Sioux Center, Iowa, he drives the 36 car, that is Glenn Wienia. Inside of row number 2 out of Little Rock, Iowa, driving the 16J, that is John DeBoer. And outside of him, driving the number 40 car out of Laverne, Minnesota, it is Scott Overgaard. Inside of row number 3 out of Rushmore, Minnesota, he drives the 22E, that is Eric Gall. And outside of him, driving the 04 out of Sibley, Iowa, that is Roger Verdorn. Inside of your 4th and final row out of Sioux Center, Iowa, he drives the 43K, that is Josh Kelderman. And outside of him, out of Pipestone, Minnesota, the 84L, that is Al Lang. 8 laps the distance, second and final heat race in your Precision Auto Body stock cars. Going green this time by Carl Johnson, flag in hand. He throws it up, it's in the air. We are on the right in heat race number 2. Glenn Wienia is going to shoot down the front stretch, tries to get it, slows there as Scott Overgaard splits the difference. Overgaard out to the front there in the number 40 car, an aggressive move off of turn number 2. Overgaard will take him around and lead lap number 1. John DeBoer slides into the 36 of Wienia, now comes across Matt Lang. Heavy contact there with John DeBoer and multiple other cars. Both of them keep going. The flaggers will stay out. John DeBoer trying to make his way back to the raceway. He'll pull in and pull off the racetrack. Scott Overgaard still out front. Glenn Wienia, then Roger Verdorn. Your top 3, Eric Gall sits in 4th. Your top 5 is Al Lang. Overgaard starting to drive away with the second and final heat race in the Precision Auto Body stock cars. Overgaard, Glenn Wienia, Roger Verdorn, Eric Gall, and Al Lang, your top 5 running order. Verdorn now trying to make his way past Wienia. Eric Gall over the back bumper as well. Those 3 cars battling it out for a second. Verdorn's going to look down low here, see if he can't get a run off of turn number 4. Verdorn looks down low. Eric Gall stays up high. Now Gall is side by side. They're 3 wide as they go into turn number 1. Verdorn, Eric Gall, and Glenn Wienia battling out for that second spot. Scott Overgaard comes by. He'll get the white flag this time by. Verdorn down low. Can't get the run. He'll fall back into that 4th spot. Glenn Wienia holds on to 2nd. Eric Gall sits in 3rd. Now Gall looks underneath the Wienia. Going to try and get the run as they go into turn number 3. Checkers will fly this time by for Scott Overgaard. Eric Gall with a drive off the corner. Very close at the line. Scott Overgaard will take the heat race win. Eric Gall will get that 2nd spot at the line. Glenn Wienia 3rd. Roger Verdorn and Al Lang rounding out your top 5. Next come the raceway will be the Midwest late models. We'll have 2 heat races in our late model class. These are 8 laps the distance. Heat race number 1, starting on the pole position out of Slayton, Minnesota. He drives the 777s. That is Aaron Crone. Outside of row number 1 out of Canton, South Dakota, driving the number 79 car. That is Jesse Kroger. Inside of row number 2 out of Pierce, Nebraska, he drives the W2. That is Brad Vogt. And outside of him out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the 38 of Jordan Hyman. Inside of row number 3 out of Wabash, South Dakota, he drives the number 55 car. That is Rod Barse. And outside of him, out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, the 51 of Nate Beinhoff. Eight laps the distance. He raced 1 of 2 in your Midwest late models here tonight. Aaron Crone and Jesse Kroger all in row number 1. Brad Vogt, Jordan Hyman, Rod Barse, and Nate Beinhoff. Their starting lineup. Carl Johnson will give them the sign to go double file. They'll be going green next time by. Eight laps on the board here in heat race number 1. After these heat races in our Midwest late models, we'll have a B feature in our hobby stock and our B modifieds before we go to intermission. Kids, remember, at intermission time, we will draw for our trophy presenters. So make sure you go get signed up to be a trophy presenter. Aaron Crone's going to jump out to that early race lead. Kroger into second, Hyman in third. Nate Beinhoff trying to work his way around the outside, coming to fourth. Beinhoff will now rocket his way out of turn number 4 into the top 4. Aaron Crone around the high side there, running away with this heat race. He is pulling away. Jordan Hyman into second, going to try and run him down. Now Beinhoff looks inside of Kroger, seeing if he can't get his way into third. Beinhoff now into third. He'll start to try and run down Jordan Hyman. Aaron Crone way out in front in the 777s. Jordan Hyman, Nate Beinhoff got some work to do to try and run him down in heat race number 1. The W2 off the raceway there of Brad Vogt. Brad Vogt slowing, and as he makes his way off the backstretch, Aaron Crone out in front. Now Nate Beinhoff looking inside of Hyman. Beinhoff trying to get the run here. He looks down low as they go into turn number 3. Beinhoff looking for the top 2. Side by side out of turn number 4. Nate Beinhoff's got him at the line. He'll slide up in front. Now he'll have to set his eyes. He's a straightaway behind. Can he try and close the gap on Aaron Crone? There are only 2 laps to go here in this first heat race of our Midwest late models. Aaron Crone will run away with this one as he makes his way through 3 and 4. White flag is flying for Aaron Crone. 1 lap to go for the 777s. Heat race number 1, winner Aaron Crone in the 777s. Second place to go to Nate Beinhoff in the 51, the 38 of Jordan Hyman in third, and fourth to go to the 55 of Rod Barse. Heat race number 2 here in our Midwest late models. Here's second and final heat race before our B features. 8 laps the distance here in heat race number 2. Starting on the pole position, he comes out of Rock Rapids, Iowa. He drives the number 1 car. That is Nick Beinhoff. Outside of row number 1 out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, driving the 10-2, that is John Holford. Inside of row number 2 out of Canton, South Dakota, driving the number 80 car, that is Jeff Kroger. And outside of him, driving the number 44 out of T, South Dakota, it is Kevin Larson. Inside of your final row out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, driving the number 22 car, that is Gary Brown Jr. 8 laps the distance, heat race number 2 in your Midwest late models. Final heat race of the night here in the Midwest Late Models. We'll have our hobby stock and our B modified B features up next before we go to intermission. 8 laps are on the board. Carl Johnson's got the flag in hand. Nick Beinhoff and John Hofer bring him to the line. Beinhoff jumps out to the early race lead. He'll rocket down the backstretch into turn number 3. Right behind him, Jeff Kroger in the 80 car. Now the 10-2. Hofer going to try and slide his way back on by. Hofer back into that second spot. Hofer with a strong move slides up the raceway. Gary Brown Jr. into 3rd. Kroger falls back to 4th. Hofer using the bottom side. Gary Brown Jr. trying to work his way as well. Beinhoff around the high side all the way out in front. John Holford off the pace and off the raceway off of turn number 2. That'll put Gary Brown Jr. into that 2nd spot. Kroger into 3rd. 4th spot being run by Kevin Larson in the 44. Back under power again is the 10-2 of John Holford. Beinhoff out in front, running away from Gary Brown Jr. in heat race number 2. Holford now looking inside of Larson, trying to regain one of those spots he lost after going off the racetrack earlier in heat race number 1. Can't quite get the pass done there. White flag will fly. 1 lap to go here for Nick Beinhoff in the number 1 car out of Rock Rapids. Midwest Late Model Heat Race number 2 winner, the number 1 of Nick Beinhoff. Holford trying to slide underneath the Larson there, trying to hang on there as they come to the checkered flags. Nick Beinhoff with their heat race win. Gary Brown Jr. comes home in 2nd ahead of Jeff Kroger. John Hofer will come home in 4th ahead of Kevin Larson. That'll do it for our heat races here tonight. Next come the raceway, our Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks B feature is 6 laps the distance. The top 4 cars will advance to the back of tonight's A main. Starting on the pole position, driving the 15B, that is Brent Van Hill. Outside of row number 1, driving the number 36, that is Jackson Kroc. Inside of row number 2, driving the 14S, it is Aaron Stetniks. And outside of him, driving the 47, that is Jake Manitz. Inside of row number 3, the 13X, that is Alex Wiertsma. And outside of him, the 84L, it is Al Lang. Inside of your final row, driving the number 22 car, that is Blake Ahrens. 6 laps of distance, the top 4 will advance to tonight's A feature. Six laps on the board here, your hobby stock B feature. Alex Wiertsma trying to go to the bottom side, make his way through the pack, but Jackson Kroc will lead him down the backstretch. Brent Van Heel in that second spot. Blake Ahrens trying to make his way through into the top 4. Alex Wiertsma down low trying to make his way through once again. Al Lang slides up the racetrack. Al Lang comes down the hill. Contact with Blake Ahrens. Blake Ahrens now into that 3rd spot ahead of Van Hill. Van Hill in that 4th and final transfer into this A feature. On the outside looking in is Al Lang in the 84L. Jackson Kroc out in front, Alex Wiertsma, Blake Ahrens, and Brent Van Hill. Now Al Lang trying to look inside. Al Lang going to the bottom side of turn number 3, trying to make his way. He'll slide up in front of Van Hill. That 4th and final transfer. Alex Wiertsma now inside of Kroc as they go down the backstretch. Alex Wiertsma side by side into turn number 3, looking to drive off of turn number 4, looking for that spot. Now Blake Ahrens goes down even lower, 3 wide down the front stretch. Blake Ahrens makes it 3 wide and makes his way to the top spot. As they go down the backstretch, Jackson Kroc and Alex Wiertsma fall into line as they go into turn number 3. The top 4 advance to the A main. Alex Wiertsma once again down low, white flag, 1 lap to go. Alex Wiertsma with contact on Jackson Kroc. Wiertsma making heavy contact, shoving Kroc out of the way. Brent Van Hill going around here in the bottom side of turn number 4 as they come out of turn 4. Checkers will fly. Jackson Kroc off to raceway. Kroc was in the transfer spot. Instead, he will go off the racetrack. Blake Ahrens will take home the B feature. Alex Wiertsma will come home in 2nd. Al Lang in 3rd, and Aaron Stetniks will advance to the A feature. May need some assistance with Jackson Kroc. Nope, now he's got her going. Tough break for him. Led a lot of that race. Had been sitting in that 3rd and a transfer spot before going off the raceway on the final lap. That'll bring us to our B modified B feature here tonight. We've had a few modified scratch from the B feature because of technical issues. So we are going to scratch the B feature and send them all to the A main. We will go straight to intermission. This is a good time to head on down. Head on out to that restroom. Go on out to the concession stand. Plenty of great things to eat down there. Get a cold drink as well. Speedway Bar. Got those buckets of beer down there. 5 for $15. Make sure you get on down there. Fill up those buckets for future time. We'll take a short intermission and we will be back with our features here tonight. Thank you for coming out here. Final race in July. Tonight's racing action brought to you by the Pizza Ranch in Rock Rapids.
strong. Play my favorite song.
We do remind you, after the races here tonight, we invite you to go down into the infield, meet with your favorite drivers, grab an autograph, maybe grab a t-shirt down there as well. Plenty of drivers down there with t-shirts for sale. Alex Weirdsmith has t-shirts for sale. Tyler Johnson, driver the number 91, with t-shirts for sale as well. Make sure you go on down there and grab a t-shirt from them, guys. Happy birthday to Christian Cooner. Christian turning 9 years old and celebrating with us here at the Rapid Speedway. Happy birthday, Christian. We do have our trophy presenters selected here for the night. Remember, you can be a trophy presenter each and every week here at the Rapid Speedway. We select kids out of the stands to help us with our trophy presentations. They get a trophy of their own. Trophies brought to you this season by Countryside Auto Body and Graphics in Larchwood, Iowa. Our trophy presenters here tonight, after your respective feature, go on down to the front stretch and you can help us out. Our hobby stock trophy presenter will be Max Kelderman. Max Kelderman, our hobby stock trophy presenter. Our B-Modified trophy presenter is Miles Prouty. Miles Prouty, our B-Mod trophy presenter. Our USRA stock car presenter will be John Sitma. John Sitma, our stock car presenter. And our Midwest late model trophy presenter is Eli Groen. Eli Groen will help us present the late model trophy here tonight. You kids can make your way down to the front stretch after your feature, and you'll get your trophy as well. Hobby stock, start making your way to staging. Hobby stock, start making your way to staging. All right, we're getting set up and ready to go here. Our Lems Auto Recyclers USRA Hobby Stocks. The A feature is 15 laps the distance, starting on the pole position. Driving the number 88 car, it is Chad Koiker. Outside of row number 1, he drives the 38S, it is Coulter Deitch. Inside of row number 2, the 117L, that is Chad Loneman. And outside him, the number 46 of Colton Aarons. Inside of row number 3, he drives the number 15 car, that is Tommy Kroc. And outside of him, the 81 VT, it's Dylan Vandentop. Inside of row number 4, driving the 327, that is James Adams. And outside of him, the 35K of Brady Clausen. Inside of row number 5, he drives the number 6 car, it's Dustin Galbranson. And outside of him, the 40J of Justin Peterson. Inside of row number 6, driving the 11T, that is Todd Ewell. And outside of him, driving the X car, it's Tyler Slumbum. Inside of row number 7, he drives the 4X, that that is Derek Bartman. And outside of him, the 37 of Jason Paulson. Inside of row number 8, out of the B feature, he is your current point leader. He drives the number 22 car, that is Blake Ahrens. And outside of him, the 13X, it's Alex Wiertzma. Inside of your 9th and final row, driving the 84L, that is Al Lang. And outside of him, the 14S of Aaron Stetnix. 15 laps the distance, Lem's Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Max Kelderman, you are my trophy presenter, Max Kelderman. 15 laps on the board, Lem's Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. We're turning them loose here at the Rapid Speedway. Coulter Deitch in the 38S jumps out to that lead off the front row. Colton Ahrens comes into that second spot. Chad Loneman as well. These guys have a $100 bonus on the line, courtesy of the Magnolia Cafe, to win the A feature. Coulter Deitch, Colton Ahrens, and Chad Loneman in the top 3. Then Chad Quaker and Tommy Kroc, your top 5. Vanatop trying to work his way around the outside here, trying to make his way into the top 5, side by side with Kroc as they go down the front stretch. Kroc way to the inside, trying to make the move past Quaker, can't get it done. A great battle all the way back through the field as Vanatop off the pace, falls back as he drops out of the top 10, way off the pace is the 81 car. Out in front is Coulter Deitch. Chad Loneman now makes his way into that second spot. Loneman into second, he's going to blow that back bumper. Smoke out of the 81 VT as he pulls off the raceway. Chad Loneman digging down low. He pulls side by side through turns 3 and 4. Coulter Deitch a little squirrely off of 4. Still hangs on. It's still at the line. It is Coulter Deitch. Chad Loneman way down low. Coulter Deitch up high as they go down the backstretch. Side by side as the caution flag flies. Yellow flag over the raceway. Car stopped in the bottom of turn number 4. Alex Wiertzma, the 13X. Alex Wiertzma around after contact in turn number 4. Coulter Deitch hanging on to this race lead right now. Chad Loneman sits in that second spot. Colton Ahrens, Chad Quaker, Brady Clausen, the top 5. Those top 3 cars are battling it out. Chad Loneman was just starting to make his move, trying to work the bottom side as the caution flag came out. Now they'll pull back in line. Deitch will be out in front. They will double file behind him. 4 laps down, 11 laps remain in the Lem's Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks.
Okay, pick your line.
Coulter Deitch will start out in front. Delaware restart here at the Rapid Speedway. They'll double file behind him. Chad Loneman chooses the high side. Now they'll fall into line. Next time by, we'll go back to green flag racing. We are lined up and ready to go. 4 laps down, 11 laps remain here in the Limbs Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Coulter Deitch in that 38S. First time in that car here at the Rapid Speedway. Has driven it around the area a couple times, but the first time here. And he sits out in front in this Hobby Stock A feature. Deitch will lead them back to the line. He's picking the high line as they go green once again. Chad Loneman into chase mode, now going to turn it down the hill. He'll pull even and drive out in front as they go down the backstretch. Loneman will fire into the front as they go into turn number 3. Now down low goes Deitch. Deitch trying to reverse the position, can't get it done. Chad Loneman out in front and pulling away. Colton Aaron's now looking inside of Deitch. Brady Clausen to the high side. Clausen and Galbranson. Galbranson now into the top 5. High side goes Clausen and Galbranson. They will go around Colton Aaron's. Now we'll set the sights there. Can Galbranson make some more? Colton Aaron's fighting back on the bottom side of the racetrack, making his way back into that 3rd spot. Chad Loneman trying to get away. Around goes Tommy Krog. Cars scatter trying to avoid off the raceway. I do believe I saw Tyler Schlumbum in the X car. Not sure who the other one is. Maybe Chad Koiker. It is Chad Koiker as he comes back onto the raceway. Chad Loneman with a great restart there. Came off the top side of turn number 1, drove it down the hill and drove to the front and down the backstretch. Dustin Galbranson was starting to make his way through the field, was up into the top 5, battling there with Colton Aaron's and Brady Clausen for that 3rd spot. Chad Loneman currently sits 2nd in the point standings. He is 11 points back of Blake Aarons. A win here would definitely help his cause as Blake Aarons currently sits back in the 7th or 8th spot. Dustin Galbranson sits 3rd in the point standings, about 22 points out. Chad Koiker coming around. He's going to make his way down to the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area. Lyon County Chiropractic brings the work area to the front stretch here at Rapid Speedway. Lyon County Chiropractic, your natural choice in healthcare, located on South Highway 75 here in Rock Rapids. Tire change underway here under Chad Koiker's number 88 machine. James Adams getting pushed now to the infield as his night will be over. Chad Loneman out in front here. 9 laps remaining in this Hobby Stock A feature. Chad Koiker crew still working away there in the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area, trying to get that tire changed so he can rejoin the field. Tire change complete. They'll hold him there, let him rejoin at the back here. We'll go green next time by. 6 laps down, 9 laps remain. Chad Loneman, Coulter Deitch, Brady Clausen, Colton Aarons, and Dustin Galbranson, your top 5. Loneman brings them back to the line. They're back under green. Loneman around the high side there. Tommy Crock trying to make a move to the inside. Dustin Galbranson around the high side. He'll make his way into third. Galbranson now fighting side by side with Clausen. Around the high side they go. Coulter Deitch is squarely there around in turn number 4. Deitch has got it going once again. All cars scatter, all cars clear. Everybody keeps it going. Blake Aaron's the loser of that one as he falls all the way back to the bottom and the back of the pack. Coulter Deitch with a nice save as he got squirrely off of 4. Now Tommy Crock squirrely around. Around goes Tommy Crock. Cars scatter once again. All cars stay good. Green flag will stay out. Chad Loneman starting to pull away from the field. Coulter Deitch, Dustin Galbranson, Brady Clausen. Chad Loneman with a full corner advantage over the second place car of Coulter Deitch. Looking to pick up that $100 bonus courtesy of the Magnolia Cafe. Caution flag over the raceway. Chad Koiker and Tommy Crock contacting around in turn number 4. Tommy Crock and Chad Koiker make contact there, going around. Chad Koiker, heavy damage to the front end of that number 88 car. Caution flag will bunch up the field. Chad Koiker will be given the black flag and be sent to the infield. This will bunch up the field here as Loneman had really started to get away. Now Loneman has a tire down, left front tire down for your leader as he makes his way to the work area. Chad Koiker trying to ask questions on why he's going to be black flagged. He'll find out once he gets to the infield and sees the damage. Left front down on your leader of Chad Loneman. Dustin Galbranson actually pulled up there and let him know that he had a problem. Now it might not be a tire, possibly a spring, as the 117L will retire from the race. Tough break there for Chad Loneman. He was on a rail. Possibly a spring coming out of that left front as you see it dip down low. That'll put Coulter Deitch back out in front. Dustin Galbranson in that second spot. Brady Clausen, Colton Aarons, and Tyler Schlumbum now your top 5.
11 T's.
Coulter Deitch will reassume the lead. Had a close call there a couple of laps back. Got squirrely out of turn number 4. Galbranson got into the back of him. Somehow managed to keep it alive, and everybody stayed clear. And now finds himself back out in front of this hobby stock race. 6 laps to go here in this hobby stock feature. Back out in front is Deitch. Right on his back bumper, though, is Galbranson. Galbranson will chase him into turn number 3. Back for that 5th spot. They are 3 and 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. Brady Clausen a little squirrely off of turn number 4. Here comes Colton Ahrens. They're 3 wide into turn number 1. Coulter Deitch is out in front. Then it's Galbranson. Colton Ahrens. Now Tommy Kroc. Brady Clausen off the pace and into the infield comes the 35K. Coulter Deitch is still holding on there, trying to pick up his first win in a hobby stock in many, many years. Galbranson, the constant veteran, right there behind him. Now Deitch goes low. Here comes around the outside, comes Galbranson. Dustin Galbranson will follow once again. Tommy Kroc now looks low. Galbranson's going to try and go high. Well, Galbranson's got the nose in there, but Deitch cuts him off going into turn number 3. 2 laps to go here in this A feature. Ken Coulter Deitch, hang on. Car around in turn number 3 is Barman. He'll keep it going, though. Green flag will stay out as the 4X stays going. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. The white flag will show. 1 lap to go. Ken Coulter Deitch, keep it going. Coulter Deitch turns it down the hill. Dustin Galbranson. Galbranson's up high. Will he make the move? 1 last lap to go. Here comes Dustin Galbranson. He's going to turn it downhill. And side by side out of turn number 4, Coulter Deitch will take home the A feature win. A last-ditch effort by Dustin Galbranson comes up just short. Coulter Deitch by 0.2 of a second wins his first hobby stock feature in many years. Dustin Galbranson comes home second. Colton Ahrens, Tyler Schlumbaum, and Tommy Kroc round out your top 5. The 38S is back at Rapid Speedway. It is back in Victory Lane. Steve Schoenberg owned a race car out there. Here comes Steve. Found himself a new driver and found a good one. Here comes the Deitch fan club. Coulter, some bad luck in the Beamont, losing a power plant earlier in the night. There he is. Give him a round of applause. Coulter Deitch, your A feature winner. A great start here to the features here tonight with the Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stocks. Max Kelderman down there presenting the trophy to Coulter. Got a trophy of his own. One more time, your Lems Auto Recyclers Hobby Stock winner, Coulter Deitch in the 38S. That'll bring us to our USRA B modified A feature. It is 15 laps the distance. Starting on the pole position, he drives the number 14 car. That is Austin Powell. Outside of row number 1, driving the 15A, that is Kurt Allers. Inside of row number 2, driving the 21T, it is Trevor Tesh. And outside of him, the number 20 car of Derek Van Veldhuizen. Inside of row number 3, he drives the 25, that is Derek Bargloff. And outside of him, the number 6 of Dustin Cruz. Inside of row number 4, he drives the 782. That is Maya Christensen. And outside of him, the 11L of Lyndon Johnson. time. Inside of row number 5, the 22T, that is Tyler Tesh. And outside of him, your current point leader, the number 91, that is Tyler Johnson. Inside of row number 6, he drives the number 70 car, that is Nick Van Bell. And outside of him, the 07 of Aaron DeThury. Row number 7 to the inside, driving the 22C, that is Eric Clancy. And outside of him, the 14A of Andrew Allers. Inside of row number 8, the 66R, that is Randy Van Velthuizen. And outside of him, the 7C of Cole Christensen. Inside of row number 9, the 98 car, that is Nate Barger. And outside of him, the 18D of Chris Getz. Inside of row number 10, he drives the 8M, that is Caleb Motter. And outside of him, the number 77 of Jeff Whitrock. 15 laps the distance here, USRA B Modifieds. Miles Prouty, you are my trophy presenter. Miles, you are my trophy presenter. Carl Johnson's going to give him the sign. We're going green next time by. "15 laps the distance here. Your USRA B Modifieds, Austin Powell and Kurt Allers will lead them back to the line. Rapid Speedway pace vehicle makes his way to the infield. Here they come around. It's B-Mod Madness here. Austin Powell, Kurt Allers, turn them loose. Two and three wide through turns 1 and 2. Cars getting collected. Contact there between the 7C and the 14A. The caution will come out as debris on the raceway. Andrew Allers and Cole Christensen getting together. A piece of Christensen's car coming off the race car and landing on the track, bringing the caution out. A complete restart. lined up once again, ready to go. We'll put 15 laps back on the board. Next time by, we'll go back to green flag racing. We'll try it once again. Austin Powell and Kurt Allers will bring them down side by side, nose to tail till the green flag flies. Three wide once again, and the caution will come out one more time. Cars must stay nose to tail and side by side until the green comes out. The 25 car of Derek Bargloff being put to the tail for jumping out of line. Bargloff tried to get the edge there and trying to go underneath the 14 car. Will be sent to the rear of the field. The 7C car of Cole Christensen. Hood coming up on that 7 car, as you see after the contact on that first lap. Now coming to the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area. Crew's going to come and try and look over Christensen's car. He's got to run with a hood. The hood is mandatory, the nose piece is not. So the nose piece comes off of the 7C. He'll rejoin the field. Obviously coming from that contact with the 14A. Third time the charm here, we hope, on this B modified A feature. Here we go, third time the charm for Austin Powell and Kurt Allers. Back to the line they go. Kurt Allers gets the jump this time by as they go down the backstretch. He'll pull out to the race lead. Cars trying to file themselves out. Up high is Derek Van Veldhuizen trying to make his way through everybody else trying to get down low. 3 and 4 wide on turn number 4. Heavy traffic there from about 4th on back as cars still trying to sort themselves out. Kurt Allers out front, Austin Powell, Derek Van Veldhuizen, and Trevor Tesh, your top 4 running order. Caution flag over the raceway. Randy Van Veldhuizen off the raceway and around in the backstretch. Randy Van Veldhuizen getting some assistance back there, try and see if he can be refired or if he'll be done for the evening. We'll have to see. Remember, my trophy presenter here for the B-Mods is Miles Prouty. Miles, you are my trophy presenter. Derek Bargloff now in the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area. Crews starting to make their way out here to check over that 25 car. Already in the back, so bring them on in and take a look at it. Make sure everything's okay, everything looks all right. A little bit of sheet metal damage, but nothing major. One lap down, 14 laps remain. Kurt Allers with your restart lead, Austin Powell and Derek Van Veldhuizen. Then you've got Trevor Tesh and Dustin Cruz, your top five. Kurt Allers back out to the race lead, but Derek Van Veldhuizen uses the high side. He'll make his way into second. Dustin Cruz trying to make his way through. Red flag over the raceway. Red flag over the raceway. Car off of turn number 2. Car up and over off of turn number 2, bringing the red out. Safety crew is over there to help. I do believe the car is Aaron DeThuri in the 07. Little Rock Fire Department, Lyon County Ambulance on hand over there to help with all that safety concern. Scotty's Paint and Body and Precision Auto Body out of Rock Rapids over there to help with our wrecker services. We are getting word from the safety crews that Aaron is out of the car and he is okay. He is okay. He's back out there. Now we'll just get the car cleaned up out of there in the corner. As you see, our tow trucks are working with him to get that car rolled back over and out of here. Kurt Allers will have your race lead when we go back to green flag action. Austin Powell was in that second spot at the last completed lap. Then Derek Van Veldhuizen, Trevor Tesh, and Dustin Cruz, the top five. Maya Christensen currently sits in sixth ahead of Tyler Tesh, Lyndon Johnson, Tyler Johnson, and Nick Van Val, your top 10. Derek Van Veldhuizen, you can hear him revving that car up, trying to keep it cool. Obviously, these cars can overheat pretty easily. Great time to head on out back. You can head down to that restroom area. Also stop out down to the concessions. Still plenty of great food to eat down there. Go on down there, grab yourself some french fries, maybe some popcorn, grab a nacho. Still plenty of burgers and brats down there as well. Grab yourself a pretzel with some cheese, maybe a Freezy. Ice cold Pepsi products, ice cold waters are available as well. Speedway Bar, go and get those buckets filled up. 5 for $15 down there at the Speedway Bar. It's Pizza Ranch night here at the Rapid Speedway. We've got a Pizza Ranch special. Pizza Ranch pizza by the slice, 2 for $3 at the concession stand. Go on down, grab yourself a slice of pizza. Grab 2 for $3 on Pizza Ranch pizza at the concession stand. Cars back under fire here as they will get relined up so we can go back to green flag. Kurt Allers with your race lead. Austin Powell currently in second. Derek Van Veldhuizen in third. Going back to the last completed lap. Dustin Cruz in that number 6 car. Had a nice run there on that restart. Was starting to make some moves before the red flag came out. We'll go back at it here. 14 laps still to go here for Kurt Allers as he brings them back to green. Three wide once again through turns 1 and 2. Off the raceway goes Chris Getz. Chris Getz off the backstretch. We'll see if he can come back on. He will. We'll stay under green. Kurt Allers will bring him around and lead that next lap. 3 wide for that second spot. Austin Powell trying to slide his way through. Derek Van Veldhuizen will come around for second. Coming his way through the field is Maya Christensen. Maya trying to work the bottom side. Dustin Cruz now goes down low with him. 3 and 4 wide as they come out of turn number 4 and into turn number 1. Now the 6th car of Dustin Cruz makes his way past Powell into third. Maya Christensen now down low under Kurt Allers. Maya Christensen looking strong there as he's in that second spot. Kurt Allers is trying to run blocker, but Maya is there. Side by side down the backstretch, they go for the lead. Maya trying to dig deeper. Kurt slides up the racetrack. He gives Maya room. Now they come off the race corner and a caution flag over the raceway. Chris Getz around in turn number 2, bringing the caution flag back over the raceway. Pizza Ranch Pizza by the slice, 2 for $3 at the concession stand. Pizza Ranch night, they are offering a deal. 2 for $3 at the concession stand on Pizza Ranch Pizza. Kurt Allers out in front. He'll have your restart lead, trying to hold off an intense battle from Maya Christensen. Maya has been down low, trying to make his way through. Dustin Cruz in that 3rd spot, ahead of Derek Van Veldhuizen and Trevor Tesh. Tyler Johnson has made his way up to that 6th spot. 11 laps to go here in this B-Modified A feature. Dustin Cruz trying to get the run off the top side of turn number 2. Here he goes down the backstretch. A great run as they go into turn number 3. Cruz up high. Maya Christensen down low. Allers in the middle. Off of turn 4. Dustin Cruz is your race leader. Dustin Cruz out in front. Maya Christensen now trying to drive his way by Kurt Allers. Maya trying to get his way into second. He will now as they enter turn number 3. Cruz out in front, Maya in second. Then you've got Kurt Allers and Trevor Tesh. Into the top 5 is Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson's going to try and work the high side as everybody else goes down low. Cruz protecting the bottom line there. Kurt Allers now moves up high. Tyler Johnson trying to make any move he can. Dustin Cruz dips down low. He slams the door on Maya Christensen. The battle up front there. Dustin Cruz will drive it into turn number 3. He'll hold on as they come around and he'll lead at the cross flags halfway through this B-Mod A feature. Tyler Johnson now works his way around the outside of Kurt Allers, has made his way into the top 4. The battle up front is Maya Christensen trying to go a little bit lower than Dustin Cruz, but cannot get the drive off the corner. Cruz is hitting his marks and keeping that 6 car out in front. Dustin Cruz, Maya Christensen, Trevor Tesh, Tyler Johnson, and Kurt Allers. Lyndon Johnson now into that 6th spot, trying to make his way around Allers and into the top 5. Lyndon Johnson now to the outside of Kurt Allers, looking for it, can't quite get it done. He'll pull even down the backstretch. Cars around in turn number 1 and 2. Caution flag will come out over the raceway. Around goes the 66 car of Randy Van Veldhuizen. Tyler Tesh and Bargloff getting together, or Eric Clancy, I should say, getting together. Bringing the caution flag over the raceway. Randy Van Veldhuizen goes around as well in the front stretch. Dustin Cruz is running a heck of a race, got a great restart to get himself to the front, and now has been spot on running the bottom of the racetrack, keeping himself in front of Maya Christensen. Tyler Tesh sits in that 3rd spot ahead of Tyler Johnson and Kurt Allers, your top 5. Lyndon Johnson was trying to make his way into the top 5 before the caution came out. Single file restart here on this next start. 5 laps remain in this B-Modified A feature. Cars being instructed to get in line here as we'll be going back to green next time by. Dustin Cruz will lead him to the line. We're going to go green, white, checkered in this B-Mod A feature. Dustin Cruz brings them back to the line. Dustin Cruz will take that restart lead down the backstretch. Kenny, hang on here. Inside is Maya Christensen. Maya's going to drive it in deep. Maya trying to get the run on the inside. Can't move him out of the way. White flag flies. 1 lap to go for Dustin Cruz. Dustin Cruz is trying to keep the door closed. Cars go around in turn number 2. Caution flag will come out over the raceway. Caution is out. The caution flag is out. Caution checker. Your winner is the 6 of Dustin Cruz. The caution flag came out. The caution light came out. Dustin Cruz will be your winner. Dustin slowed as he came out of the corner. Give him a round of applause. Dustin Cruz, your A feature winner. A friendly handshake, a tough break there, some confusion onto that last lap. Dustin Cruz will come home with that win. Maya Christensen will come home in second. Here comes the Cruz supporters down there to give him a hug. Here comes our trophy presenter. He's lugging that trophy down there. Miles Prouty down there bringing it over. Going to hand the trophy off to Dustin. One more time, your A feature winner, Dustin Cruz. That'll bring us to our Precision Auto Body USRE stock cars. Their A feature is 18 laps to distance, starting on the pole position. Driving the 22E, that is Eric Gall. Outside of row number 1, driving the 04, it's Roger Verdorn. Inside of row number 2, he drives the 81 car, that is Mark Vanentop. And outside of him, the 33M, that is Matt Lux. Inside of row number 3, the 36, that is Glenn Wienia. And outside of him, the 20K is Spencer Callis. Inside of row number 4, driving the 34K, that is Colby Clausen. And outside of him, the number 40 of Scott Overgaard. Inside of row number 5, he drives the number 5, that is Luke Sadoff. And outside of him, the 84L, it is Al Lang. Inside of row number 6, he drives the 45K. That is Brad Clausen. And outside of him, the 32X, it is Rich Gregoire. Inside of row number 7, he drives the number 84 car. That is Matt Lang. And outside of him, the 43K, it is Josh Kelderman. Inside of your 8th and final row, driving the number 19 car, that is Mert Kroc. And outside of him, the 16J of John DeBoer. 18 laps of distance here in your Precision Auto Body stock cars. All right, my stock car presenter, John Sitma. John, you are my trophy presenter after this race. Carl Johnson's going to give him the sign. We're going green next time by 18 laps to distance. Gall out to the early race lead, but here comes Roger Verdorn and Matt Lux. Matt Lux is coming to the inside here. They're 3 wide into turn number 3. Gall appears out at the point right now in that 22E. He'll lead him off of turn number 4. Brad Clausen slowing as they go down the front stretch, trying to keep that car fired up, trying to get back to his pit stall. Still under green here as they lead him out of the corner. Eric Gall, Matt Lux, Roger Verdorn, and Spencer Callis. Scott Overgaard now working his way to the inside here, has made his way into the top 4. Overgaard now looking for more as he goes inside of Roger Verdorn. Out in front is Eric Gall, Matt Lux, then it is Overgaard and Verdorn. Overgaard now inside of Lux. Overgaard making the bottom side of that racetrack. Where Colby Clausen coming with him. Colby Clausen trying to get the drive off of the turn number 2 into turn number 3. The battle for 4th and 5th right there. Colby Clausen, Roger Verdorn, and Spencer Callis. Eric Gall out in front. in that 22E machine. Behind him is Scott Overgaard and Matt Lux. Spencer Callis trying to drive it off the high side, trying to make some moves. Colby Clausen into the 4th spot. Callis on the high side. Everybody else down low. Spencer Callis trying to make something out of nothing there. Callis trying to get that drive as they go into turn number 3. Trying to make his way around. He can't quite keep it. He's got to feather it too much up there on the top side of the racetrack. Now Callis moves down the raceway a little bit more. He sits in that 5th position. Out in front is Eric Gall, just ahead of Scott Overgaard. Matt Lux now down low. Colby Clausen, Spencer Callis once again trying to work the high side. Scott Overgaard has now moved up the raceway. He's trying to get a run, trying to close the gap on that 22E. Eric Gall on the bottom side, Overgaard on the high side. Overgaard now drives it down the hill, trying to close in, seeing if he can't go and take that 22E of Eric Gall. Eric Gall hugging the bottom side of the raceway, comes off of turn number 2. And pulling to his back bumper now, that is Scott Overgaard. Overgaard now going to run the high side, going to drive it down the hill. Can he get the run? Gall still hanging on. Halfway through this race, 9 laps down, 9 laps remain. Eric Gall out in front. Scott Overgaard trying to get on by. Overgaard is up high. Now he's going to try and dip down low. Can he drive it off the corner? He'll pull even out of turn number 4. At the line, Scott Overgaard has the run. Eric Gall back to the inside of the raceway. He'll take that lead right back. Eric Gall doing everything he can, looking for that first feature win in a stock car. Eric Gall running the bottom side of the raceway here as the laps are clicking away. Scott Overgaard still trying to battle around the high side. He's the only one up there. Everybody else is down low. Eric Gall once again, he'll go down low. Overgaard gonna try and go high. Now dip down low. Can he get the run off of turn number 4? Gall will lead it once again this time by. Eric Gall out in front, doing everything he can. Eric Gall now to the bottom. Overgaard switches. He goes to the bottom side of the raceway now as well. Overgaard pulling in line, trying to keep with him, trying to even give himself an opportunity. Eric Gall once again still running his line. Now Scott Overgaard once again is going to try and go up top. Overgaard just cannot get it to go. Overgaard once again going to try the high side of the raceway here. Overgaard once again going to try and drive it up top. Can he get the run off of turn number 4? White flag. 1 lap to go. One last ditch effort. Can Overgaard get the run off of turn number 4? For the first time ever, a stock car winner is Eric Gall. For the first time ever, Eric Gall has put a stock car in victory lane. Where's Doris? Doris, Mom, getting down there. Here he comes. This has been a long time coming for Eric Gall. We'll see if he can make his way down there. Eric Gall has moved up to run the stock cars from a hobby stock years ago. He has done everything he can to make his way to victory lane, and he has finally done it here at Rapid Speedway. There he is. Give him a round of applause. Eric Gall, your A feature winner. Eric Gall and the family in victory lane. Congratulations one more time. Eric Gall, your A feature winner. That will bring us to our final race here of the evening, the Midwest Late Models. They are 18 laps the distance for their A feature. Starting on the pole position here tonight in your late model A main, he drives the number 38 car. That is Jordan Hyman. Outside of row number 1, he drives the number 1. That is Nick Beinhoff. Inside of row number 2, he drives the number 51 car. That is Rowdy Nate Beinhoff. And outside him, the number 80 car of Jeff Kroger. Inside of row number 3, he drives the number 22 car. That is Gary Brown Jr. And outside him, the 777s of Aaron Crone. Inside of row number 4, he drives the number 55. That is Rod Barse. And outside of him, the 10-2 of John Hofer. Inside of row number 5, he drives the number 44 car. That is Kevin Larson. And outside of him, the number 79 of Jesse Kroger. Inside of your final row, driving the W2, that is Brad Vogt. Eli Groen, you are my trophy presenter. Eli. Jeff Kroger not making the call. That'll move Aaron Crone up. Kroger now has his car fired and has joined the field. Jeff Kroger will tag the back of the field after getting the car fired finally. They'll stagger them on their way through, move everybody around a little bit. Jordan Hyman and Nick Beinhoff will lead them to the line. Nate Beinhoff, Gary Brown Jr. there in row number 2. Jordan Hyman will shoot out to the race lead there, and then number 38, the Beinhoff brothers will battle there in that second spot, side by side into turn number 3. Crone has jumped into the number 4 spot ahead of Gary Brown Jr. Now Beinhoff is trying to work around the outside. Nick to the high side, Nate to the bottom side as they come down the backstretch into turn number 3. On the bottom side is Hyman. Nick is trying to run the high side and make his way around. Nate is using the bottom line as well. Nick is trying to build his own line there. He'll pull even down the backstretch. Can Nick keep it wound up? Nick around the high side there out of turn number 4. They're side by side down the front stretch. Hyman and Beinhoff. Hyman at the line. Nick in second. Then it's Nate. Nate Beinhoff is pulled even and the caution flag flies. Caution flag over the raceway. Nick Beinhoff trying to use the high line to get that run and see if he can't quite get the job done on Jordan Hyman. Nate Beinhoff there as well. Aaron Crone immediately into the top 4. Gary Brown Jr. rounding out your top 5. Jordan Hyman will have your race lead. Nick Beinhoff, then Nate Beinhoff, Aaron Crone, Gary Brown Jr. Kevin Larson sits in that 6th spot. Then it'll be Jeff Kroger.
38.
Jeff and Jesse battling it out here, figuring out who's going to be there. The 10-2 Hofert now will slide in front. Delaware restart. Jordan Hyman will start out in front. They will go side by side behind him. Nick Beinhoff choosing the high side there as that second place runner gets his lane choice. W2 of Brad Vogt, you're going to come back onto the raceway. Repairs made. Hyman will bring him back to the line here. Going back, green flag racing. Rapid Speedway pace vehicle makes its way to the infield. Jordan Hyman, then the Beinhoff brothers. Aaron Crone and Gary Brown Jr., your top 5 as we go back to green. Nate Beinhoff with a great restart to come around the bottom. Out in front goes Nate. Nate out to the front, Hyman into second. Aaron Crone battling Nick Beinhoff for third. Aaron Crone on the bottom side, Nick on the high side. Nate is out in front. Nate is going to try and run away. Nate starting to put some distance between him and Jordan Hyman. Nick and Aaron Crone are battling side by side. Nate Beinhoff will lead one more time around. Jordan Hyman, Aaron Crone, Nick Beinhoff, and Gary Brown Jr. Nick Beinhoff now trying to make his way around Aaron Crone again as they go down the backstretch. Around the high side in turn number 3, trying to hang on to that third spot. Nick Beinhoff will take over that third position. Now he's going to try and work on second. Nick Beinhoff still trying to work the high line. Aaron Crone has gone up top as well. Now Nick pulls even with Hyman as they go through 3 and 4. Nick trying to get the run off of turn 4. He'll have it done. It is now going to be Beinhoff versus Beinhoff. Nate Beinhoff out in front. He's got about 7 car lengths on his brother Nick. Nate on the bottom side of the raceway. Now Nick goes low as well. Nate Beinhoff, Nick Beinhoff, Jordan Hyman all on the bottom. Aaron Crone on the high side trying to make some waves. Gary Brown Jr. in the top 5. Those top 5 have a half a lap on the rest of the field. Nate Beinhoff starting to put even more distance on Nick as he keeps working his way around the bottom of the racetrack. Nick has now moved back up to the top side to try and gain some ground. Jesse Kroger gets loose on turn number 2. Nate will have to check up for him. Now everybody's still going again. Nate back under full throttle. Nate now catching the lap car of Kroger. Will this cause some trouble? Can Nate clear the lap car? He will, as Jesse Kroger pulls to the infield. A clear track in front of Nate Beinhoff now as he's got a big lead over Nick. Nick has got some distance on Aaron Crone, who has made his way into third. Nate Beinhoff, Nick Beinhoff, Aaron Crone, Jordan Hyman, and Gary Brown Jr., your top 5 running order. Nate still trying to work the bottom side of the racetrack. Nick trying to gain ground anywhere he can. Nick is trying to burn in the top side of this racetrack to try and make himself a groove. Off the raceway is the 44 of Kevin Larson. He's back on. Nick starting to gain some ground on Nate. Nick has cut the lead in half as the yellow flag comes out over the raceway. Jordan Hyman off the pace. Kevin Larson had gone off the raceway. The leaders had cleared him, but Jordan Hyman off the pace brings the caution flag over the raceway. Nate Beinhoff had a great restart to get himself into the lead. Had about a 7 or 8 car length lead that was cut in half, and now it is really close. Nate Beinhoff has been working the bottom side of the racetrack all race long, and it has been working for that number 51 car. Rowdy out in front. Nick Beinhoff has been trying all over the racetrack. I think he's starting to work himself a groove around the high side. We'll see what choice he makes. The man in second makes his lane choice. Does he want to go high or low on a Delaware restart? Aaron Crone was starting to run the high line as well, trying to gain some ground on both of them. Gary Brown Jr. now into that 4th spot. John Holford rounding out your top 5. Brad Vogt and Kevin Larson rounding out your field. 7 laps remain here in this Midwest Late Model A feature. Can Nate Beinhoff hold on for the win? Nate Beinhoff will have the point here on the restart. Nick Beinhoff choosing the high line here as your second place runner. Aaron Crone will go alongside him on the bottom. On that last restart, Nate was able to get a great jump off the bottom side of the raceway. We'll see what way Nate decides to go. Rapid Speedway pace vehicle makes his way back to the infield. We're ready to go. Green flag once again. 7 laps to go here in this A feature. Beinhoff turns it down the hill, but here comes Nick around the outside. Nick Beinhoff's going to pull even down the backstretch. They go into turn number 3, side by side. Nate on the bottom side, Nick on the high side. They'll run off the top, and Nick has made his way to the front. Nick Beinhoff now out in front, Nate in second. Then you've got Aaron Crone and Gary Brown Jr. Aaron Crone now up top side, trying to make his way into second around Nate Beinhoff. Nick Beinhoff is out in front. He has worked in that top line. He stayed with it, and he has got it going now. He is looking smooth all the way around the raceway. Nick's starting to pull away and put some distance. Now Nate has moved up the raceway. Aaron Crone trying to go on around him. Nate puts the lock on. Now Gary Brown Jr. is going to try and look inside. Gary Brown Jr. inside of Aaron Crone. Cannot get the pass out of turn number 2 as Nick Beinhoff is starting to pull away. This time by, Nick Beinhoff will take a look at the white flag. 1 lap to go for the number 1 out of Rock Rapids. Final time down the backstretch. Car off the raceway is Aaron Crone. Checkers will fly. Your A-main winner, Nick Beinhoff. Nick Beinhoff, your A-main winner. Nate Beinhoff coming home in second. Gary Brown Jr. in third. John Hofer in fourth. And Brad Vogt, your top 5. Aaron Crone off the racetrack, did not finish. Nick Beinhoff, it has been a long time since this kid has been in victory lane at Rapid Speedway. He started things off in the old school sportsman class, then a late model street stock. Now he's in a late model and he is back in victory lane at Rapid Speedway. The hometown kid. Trying a few victory lane donuts for us. The Beinhoff brothers going 1-2 here tonight in their home track. They don't get to race here very often, but it's great to see them in victory lane when they do. Come on back next Friday night. Hot Laps at 7 o'clock. Racing to follow. Sportsman Special. Next Friday night here at the Rapid Speedway. Give them a round of applause. Your A-Main winner, Nick Beinhoff. We do invite you to go down into the infield after Nick will remove himself from victory lane. Please be careful as you cross the raceway. Be careful around these race cars as they'll be loading them. They do have sharp edges. They are hot. Please be careful around the crews. One more time, your late model A feature winner, Nick Beinhoff.